What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of It's Debatable. It's been a little while since I've come to you with some of this great sports content. You know, we are in the heat of sports season. We got the NFL, we got college, we got basketball, we got even the Major League Baseball playoffs. We got so much going on right now, and I thought it was necessary for me to get some of this content to you. But we're going to focus on this channel specifically on the game of football and basketball. Make sure you like and hit that subscribe button so I can get you some of this great content. First of all, we got to get into the NFL. We are 5 weeks through to another interesting season. But breaking news has reported that the Jets, meaning Aaron Rodgers, has gotten Robert Saleh fired. Robert Saleh was 20-36 as the Jets head coach in these past 3 to 4 seasons. And this year, they're currently sitting at 2-3. They do have a win against the lowly Patriots and the lowly Titans. And they have lost these last 2 weeks to two really good defenses, the Denver Broncos. And, you know, they just don't look good on offense. They do not look good. And they just lost to the Vikings, where Aaron Rodgers threw 3 interceptions. So my question for my audience, and, you know, simply just to, pick my own brain, is who's at fault for the Jets' struggles? And I'm going to say it right now. I really don't like to say it, but the person who is at fault for this is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has not been the quarterback that the Jets went on a plane to go search for. You know, the Jets sent their guys. You know what I mean? They wanted to get this man because they thought if they add Aaron Rodgers to this offense, because we know the defense, Sauce Gardner and those guys, Mosley and DJ Reed and the Williams brothers, Tony Adams, this is a top defense that they have. You know, they went 7-10 last year with the lowly Zach Wilson. But if they add Aaron Rodgers, if they add Mike Williams with a Breece Hall, with a Garrett Wilson, who was the 1,000-yard receiver with terrible quarterbacks, if they add Aaron Rodgers, that they would be an elite team. And right now, 5 weeks through the season, I know it's still early, and I still believe that the Jets can turn it around. They thought that if they can get Aaron Rodgers, they would be elite, and they're just not elite right now. You know, they don't look right on offense. You know, the guys are not getting open. There's no motion routes. They're playing stand still. The receivers are being stand still. They're running routes that just don't make any sense right now. Garrett Wilson, who on Sunday had 22 targets, he had 13 catches for 101 yards, which is not great off 22 targets. And this just doesn't seem right. But I do have to, although I named some problems with the team in general, I have to focus on Aaron Rodgers. We have to focus on it. Aaron, you do have 4 NFL MVPs. Aaron, you're one of the greatest you're one of the greatest quarterbacks that we have ever witnessed. From an arm talent perspective, what you did in Green Bay, you are a Super Bowl champion. We can never take that away from you. You do have great accolades. But when I think of Aaron Rodgers, I think of a guy who should be in the likings and mentions of Tom Brady, of Peyton Manning, even Patrick Mahomes. He should be a top 5 quarterback to ever play. And I'll say this, if he were to win a Super Bowl with the Jets, he'd be, a top 5 quarterback. But for him to have this slow start, I know he tore his Achilles, him not to go to OTAs, him not to go to the mandatory minicamp, for him to do these things and to come out so lethargic, it's beyond what the team really needs right now. The team needs somebody who's going to gather the guys, gather them together and say, team, let's get this done. All right? I came here on a mission. I know I'm 40 years old, but I can still throw the ball. The offensive line is solid. They're not terrible. They picked up pieces. They picked up Tyron Smith from the Cowboys. Okay, they picked up other guys that could help them be great off the offensive line. Breece Hall is struggling right now, but he's still a good running back. Their rookie, Braylon, is doing a great job right now. He is doing a great job of running hard, running tough. But at the same time, everything has to be focused on Aaron Rodgers. He has to be, if this Jets team wants to win a Super Bowl, he cannot throw 3 interceptions again. If this Jets team, which has a chance, if they beat the Bills on Monday night, they have a chance still to be number 1. They have a chance still to be at the top of their division, the AFC East. They have a chance to still be, a team that can compete. But they have to start winning. They have to build an identity. The identity is, if you let Aaron Rodgers sit in his pocket and pick us apart, we will lose this game. But they don't have that identity.